goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh wait, she had the necklace. Thank you. Woo. Woo. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Woo. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear mom. Happy birthday to you.
Hi everyone, it's Sparkles here, and I'm going to be giving you my review of the Atmosphere Kanifushi Resort in the Maldives. So I've had the opportunity to take a milestone birthday excursion. Decided I was going to just do it on up and go to the Maldives. Why not? So we stayed in two different accommodations, a beach villa, which was part one of my trip, and then the water villa, which is part two. So for this video, I will be doing part one, which will be based on the beach villa, my stay at the beach villa here at Atmosphere Kanifushi Resort in the Maldives. So for starters, I have to say that when we landed, well, when you get to Malé, you have to take a seaplane to get to the actual resort of Atmosphere Kanifushi Resort. What I really enjoyed was upon arrival, there was a Maldivian band playing with the what is it, congos, and just playing some music for us to welcome us to the resort. They made these little coconut leaf necklaces, and just it was a warm welcome, and felt like, oh my gosh, yes, we're here at the Maldives. Warm welcome, perfect. Everything's going well. When we got here, it was a little bit rainy, not too bad, but you know, the beauty of the island, beauty of the resort, everything was still intact and everything was going well. Got to the beach villa. They escorted us. We got a little tour first. Let me take a step back. We did a little tour first, and our guest relations officer, I believe that's correct, GRO, Shai, absolutely amazing. Made sure that we were well taken care of, answered our questions in real time, and just did an awesome job. So anyway, so she took us on a little tour after we checked in. At the check-in at the reception area, of course, I tell you that I'm celebrating my milestone birthday. So they sang a little happy birthday for me with the Maldivian band playing in the background as well. And so that was awesome treat. It was absolutely fabulous. I felt so warm and it was so inviting. From there, we went to the tour, did a little bit of touring around the island and seeing where certain restaurants are and where different, you know, the villas are, where this is, where that is, and just getting a little bit acclimated with the island and where to find things and how to get around. Most people here, they either walk or they do the bicycles. There's also shuttles that run, I think, every 10 minutes. And there are buggies that, you know, staff members go around. And if you need assistance, they're always willing and always ready to help you. So the beach villa is beautiful. When I first got there, first saw it, I was like, oh, this is very nice. It's spacious, it's big. It's three of us on the strip. So there was the king size bed, and then there was a separate bed for the third person. Open, spacing was nice. It was cozy, wonderful backyard, as you're gonna see. In part of the video, you're gonna see a tour of what that beach villa looked like. The one thing, though, I have to say is, you're in the Maldives, so I was expecting something a little bit more Maldivian for the beach villa. But it just, if you're familiar with the Caribbean or you've been to the Caribbean and stayed in any Caribbean resort, it was more, I felt like I was, because I'm from the Caribbean, I felt like I was just essentially in the Caribbean for the beach villa part. So I didn't really get that true Maldivian feel while staying in the beach villa, because it was, like, for me, just like a regular resort in the islands, right? But it's nice. Don't get me wrong, it's nice. The ambiance, the atmosphere, the bed is so absolutely comfortable. Everything was nice. The one thing that I was a little bit paranoid about and I was a little bit on the fence about was the open bathroom area. So there's the main bedroom area, and then there's a connecting door that leads to an outside bathroom. So essentially, what it is, it's designed for a very romantic setting, very cozy setting, but it's open. So there's a big wall that, you know, surrounds the bathroom area, sort of, I guess, to help protect some of your privacy, but it's just an open wall. There's no covering, there's no netting, there's no anything. So it's open to the elements. It's also open to any, you know, creatures or any bugs or anything that may decide to come and pay you a visit. And God forbid, if anyone decided to hop up on that wall and pop on over or to take a look, it's open, you know, so that all of those things are possible and feasible. The shower itself is completely exposed, so you're completely naked. If anyone was to get over that wall or anything like that, you'll absolutely be seen. But the wall is tall, you know, so there is some sense of privacy. The bathroom has a pull door, so you have some privacy there. If you're staying there with people that are not family, or you're not a couple, or, you know, it's just a lot of friends, then there's really no privacy in the bathroom area. You'll have to sort of lock that door and just, you know, one person at a time, whether you're using the toilet or you're using the shower, which could be a little bit inconvenient if there's a lot of you that needs to get ready at the same time and so forth. So that's the one thing that was a little bit of a downfall for the beach villa. But I have to say, it's set up, and I think it's more suited for couples, you know, whether you're married or whatever type of couple you are. I think it's more set up for a romantic type of setting. The whole jacuzzi outside in the elements, the whole showering outside, and, you know, I think that concept is more suited for a couple type of environment. Yeah. But overall, the beach villa was nice. I would rate it a 4, just because of those things that I have mentioned. There were a few bugs that we've had that you know, came through. We had a little bit of ants, a couple other little creatures and so forth. So that's what made it a little bit like, you know, a little bit of a paranoia set in there. The backyard, wonderful hammock. My daughter could not get out of it. She could not stay out of it. It was beautiful, comfortable, and the whole private trailway to your own private beach. That was awesome. That was absolutely awesome. So the whole concept of it is nice. Very much so, very inviting, beautiful, spacey. You'll see all of that in the video as far as those things that I'm describing. You'll see it a little later on as far as what that looks like. But overall, so far, everything is going well. The restaurants are lovely. I think it's called Selson Bliss, one of the restaurants here that we frequent, and it serves Sri Lankan food, different dishes every day. We frequent that particular one. We frequent the spice. We also frequent the liquid. We're getting ready to visit Just Veg and also Pier 6 coming up. So that'll be in my part 2 review. But the food is nice. The food is nice. The spice restaurant is where you pretty much have your routine meals, your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, all of those things, routine more so at the spice. Variety of selection, lots to choose from, lots of different types of meat, whether you're a vegetarian or not, everyone can get a decent meal there at the spice. So far so good. Everything's coming along well, just little tidbits here and there. We're getting ready to do some sunset fishing. We have also lined up the sunset cruise. We also have a photography session and a few other things. So in my next review, you'll be hearing a little bit more about those items. But overall, so far, I will do the beach villa portion of that and everything that we've encountered so far. I would say a 4 for right now. Enjoying it and looking forward to our next venture and what the water villa will bring us. So stay tuned for what we have coming up next. Okay, welcome to my home for the first part of my stay for my birthday celebration. So I'm walking up my sort of driveway. I suppose it's what it would be, wouldn't it? Oh, look at all of those coconut trees up there. Now before I go into the house, let me just show you the side view here. My walk to the back. Okay, see that? Look at that. But I'll show you a little bit more of that in a few minutes, yeah? All right. Okay, so I had left the door open. But this is the door, yeah. Oh, of course I locked myself out. Let me make sure and open it back up. Okay. All right, so come into my front door. And this is what greets you at my front door. Okay, the first stop on the left would be the bathroom area. Look at this. Look at this. This is what a jacuzzi and all of that good stuff is. And this is the shower area. It's the robes and stuff. And look at all that. And this is the toilet area. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Then we come here. Come into the main part of the room. Here's a little, so many, I'm gonna call it multi-purpose desk. So many things in God bless you. And then we have the snacks. We have the mini bar and all of that good stuff. Yeah? Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, do you want to move my bag?
Yes. I'm doing a video. This is, we have our life jackets and all of that. Towels and stuff, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Different places to put different things. Then we come to this part here. Yep. Got this part here. And then
I think it's different in other parts of the world.
so
Like those types of.
you have to look at that. And look at that. Look at that. And then look what it says. Welcome to Atmosphere Kanifushi. And the kids are over there chilling. What's wrong?
Be careful, don't just try
No,
to
they
force
said,
it
she
in.
said you gotta push, she said you gotta push it.
That you need an, listen, this is a different, you need a converter. Remember I told you about that earlier? And then that's outward push. And this is my backyard. You saw a piece of this earlier today when I came to show you a little bit. Yeah? And then this is what we got. And then we walk out. We got our own little private area for the beach. Coolness, coolness, coolness. Oh, look at that. And we can see when seaplanes are coming in. And they have more arrivals. Look at that. First part of the trip's gonna be here. And then I'll show you the next part of the trip where we're gonna be staying. Oh, awesome, awesome, awesome. There we have it.
Should I in my eyes. Can you feel the passion deep within that's churning up inside? Do you know that when you're not around, it makes me want to cry? I wonder why should I have to question these simple things of life?
All right, everyone, so I am back to let you know some more details about my adventures, or about my excursion at the Atmosphere Kanifushi Maldives Resort for my milestone celebration birthday. Well, in the first part of the video, I told you about the beach villa experience. So now I'm going to tell you a bit about the water villa experience, as well as some other information about the resort, about my trip, planning on all of those types of things. So anyway, stayed at the beach villa, as I mentioned before, for the first few days of the trip. And for the last part of the trip, stayed at the Sunset Water Villa. And I have to tell you, we had the Sunset Water Villa with the actual pool in the back. Oh my gosh. Now, if you want the true Maldivian experience, and especially if you've been to the Caribbean before and you're used to, you know, nice transparent waters and all of those types of things before, from my perspective, to get the best Maldivian experience, you need to stay in the water villa. Some form of it, if you can't stay the entire trip, at least some portion of it, because it was when we stayed at the Sunset Water Villa with the pool is when I really felt the whole, what is it about the Maldives that's making everyone go crazy, that's making everyone on social media posting about going to the Maldives, going to the Maldives. That is when I received that type of experience, that warm embrace of the Maldivian culture, the Maldivian ways of doing things. I mean, I have to tell you, I can't say enough. Now, the resort in itself, the people, the staff, is really what made the resort for me. As far as the accommodations, the water villa, it did it all. You're gonna see some pictures and some videos as far as what it looks like, what type of things are available and so forth, but without a doubt, I have to mention some names from the staff at the Atmosphere Kanifushi Maldives. Number one, our guest relation officer, Shai. Absolutely fabulous. She knows her job well. She definitely makes sure that she's staying in tune with the guests at the resorts, the ones that she's responsible for. Every need that we had, every query that we had, she answered, found the answers, gave us information, and, you know, all accurate information. I mean, tremendous. Shai, thank you again. We could not have had such a fabulous time if it weren't for you and for what you brought to the table. You enhanced my milestone birthday trip, exponentially. I can't even put a number or figure on it. We also had some other people that were instrumental to our trip as well. Akash from the Water Villa, who was our housekeeping guest. Anything that we needed as far as from the Water Villa perspective and point of view, it went to Akash. And he made sure that our room stayed clean. He made sure that any requests we had that went to Shai, that it was taken care of. I mean, he was also phenomenal in setting up my room for my milestone birthday. The treat that was left for me in the room for my birthday, with the tub filled with flower petals and hibiscus and the chocolate cake and the wine and the bed, having on happy birthday and all of that. Akash, thank you very much. And Shai, thank you for setting that up. Absolutely. We had, oh my gosh, our photographer. So we did a photo shoot while we were there. And Hussam, your pictures were absolutely incredible. Love them, love your personality, love your professionalism, love the way that you make us felt welcome, and you did an awesome job. You definitely do have a talent there, so thank you again. And I'll be posting those pictures on my social media and so forth soon, so you'll be getting to see them and seeing the comments and the feedback as well. There's Unti from our sunset cruise. Unti, you gave us a thrill, you gave us a laugh, you made us feel as comfortable as we can with the choppy water. There was a bit of hesitation there, quite a bit, but you did your job, and you did it with a smile, and you made sure that we were comfortable, you made sure that we felt safe, and that's absolutely important. We have, I mean, there were so many people that we wanted to thank. Some people unfortunately did not get your name, so sorry if I didn't mention your name. But just know that we thank you. We thank you. We thank you. We thank you. I'm trying to think if there's any name in particular that I've forgotten to say in this round. I'll definitely mention it again in another one of my videos when I add some more content to this review, but just wanted to make sure and get that out there. Absolutely fabulous time. One thing I've been to many resorts, I've been to many different countries and visited many different places and so forth. One thing that I have never experienced in all of my life, and that's not saying that it doesn't exist, but me personally, I have never experienced it, is for when guests are leaving early. Like, for example, we had a very early seaplane flight out. Matter of fact, our flight left at 6 a.m. To go back to Malé so that we can catch our international flight headed back to the US. And the restaurants there don't open, well, the Spice didn't open until 7 a.m., but because guests were departing much earlier than that, they opened the Spice restaurant at 5 a.m. to accommodate the guests that were departing earlier than the opening time for the restaurant. Where do you see that? Where does this happen? I mean, Atmosphere, Kanifushi Maldives, whoever was responsible for that. I don't know if Shai, you had anything to do with that or not, but listen, it felt so good to know that we were being taken care of and being taken care of properly, being able to have a proper breakfast before we got out at 6 a.m. Just the fact that you were able to open that restaurant, to know that we had accommodations and that we weren't being left out. I can't even begin to tell you what that did, even just how it made us feel. But thank you. I mean, awesome job making us feel welcomed, making us feel like we were part of the family, making us feel like, oh my gosh, when can we book to come back? Absolutely fabulous time. But again, I'm going to give some more information in my next video, and I'm going to pull all the videos together, so don't worry, you're not going to miss anything. Everything's going to be in one running flow when I'm done. But as I'm getting the information together and getting my thoughts together, I'll be doing these and pooling them so that you can see. But Atmosphere, Kanifushi Maldives, you are on the top of my list. Absolutely 300%. So thanks again to everyone. All right, and this is the Water Villa bungalow area. This is where we're going to have our second part of our stay. Will be at the Water Villas. So let's take a look. So this is ours. Let's get inside and see what we have. Okay. As we go inside, see what we got. All right. Okay. All right. Oh, nice. Oh, how cool. Let's go outside on the deck. Hello. What did you say? Oh, yeah. And we have our own private pool. Look at the view of the back here. And then we have what? Ah, stairs leading down to the ocean. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Let's see what else we got in here. Ah, I love the tub. The view is absolutely awesome. And there goes the shower. Ah, another view here to see all the wonders in the sea. We have the toilet area. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay. This is nice. And then we have some shoes, bed slippers and slippers. Okay. It's nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. And this, ladies and gentlemen, concludes the tour for our second home, for our second part of our stay. Very nice.
Live music is going to be playing right here with the beautiful moon right here on the side. Windows. One shark jumped through this whole thing. Oh my gosh, this is more than the sun.
We are on the sunset cruise, but the water is choppy and very interesting looking. Yeah.
Hey, I'm the only one in this swimsuit. I'm good.
And I went on the Maldives trip to Kanifushi for my mother's birthday, for her 50th milestone birthday, and it was a great experience. I had my rating overall as a 4.5 to a 5 out of 5. And the reason of that is because their customer service is amazing. We at first stayed at the beach villa, into which they had some, I guess, bug issues, but for me personally, I mean, it's fine. We're from the island, so that's when you go on the island, that's what you should expect. It's a bug. It's gonna happen. But there were, I guess, these small, like, fire ants, kind of, that got into my head wrap that kind of made me upset a little bit, because it's just like, so are they all in my head wrap? And then also these mosquitoes. So it's a bathroom at our beach villa where it was outside technically, and there's no netting or anything that you could put up or down. And so whenever I was taking a shower or something, it was not only like hot, which is fine, but with it being outside, but also with getting bitten by mosquitoes, and then ants, not in the shower, but like on some of our stuff. So like if you're out of swimsuit out drying outside, it was going to have a lot of ants on it. Not like 1 or 2, like a good like 20 over it. So that was at first when we had that part before we switched to the water villas, I was getting like 3.5 to 4 because our experience still was amazing, like our food spots and everything, and what we've been shown is just the beauty of the island. But when we got to our water villa is when it was like very close to a 5 because it did not have said bug issues. There was a lot. You could tell that there's more investments into the water villas as that's their specialty, I'm guessing. I could say that. And it was a lot. It was great. I think I couldn't put words to it because it's something that's kind of leaves you in awe and speechless. But it was even more soundproof as well than the beach villas were. I'm guessing because the ocean is pretty loud with their waves. So it's a 5 with the customer service, even to the beach villa, which was still amazing. You could go to, you know, that Caribbean for that kind of things where I'm from, and get that similar experience, which I would believe wouldn't be as worth it as just going to their water villas. If I were to go again, I'd just go water villas. I wouldn't go to the beach villas again. I'd just go to the Caribbean. So yeah, I just say just get the water bungalows. Always worth it. It's always worth it. So 5. Shout out to Shy. She was great. Unti, Atash, Nishan at the Mali airport. Did I say everybody? Yeah, I did. Say Atash. I said Atash.
Hey y'all, it is Garion. I am Arvian's son. I had the pleasure of going with her for her milestone birthday to the Maldives, to Atmosphere Kanifushi, and oh my goodness, it was a hell of a trip. And it's very speechless, honestly. When it comes to going to the beach villa, everything was beautiful as it was. But not only going to the beach villa, that was number 1. Going to the beach villa, you got to see how it is to just live on a tropical island. But I mean, that was kind of regular for us because we're from a tropical island. So the beach villa in itself was beautiful. But for someone that has not been on an island before, that is something that'd be very amazing and pleasurable for them all at itself. And one thing I will say about the beach villa, the bathrooms in itself were phenomenal. The bathroom was phenomenal. Everything about it was phenomenal. And it is a little more on the couple side of it. But I will say, even outside of couples, they could be for families as well, but it is definitely more geared towards the couples. Everything about it is picturesque. The island view, you have a beautiful front lookout into the beach, which is amazing as it is. So there's that. The showers, completely beautiful. They give you a whole bottle of everything. Which is something that was super amazing as well. That shower gel is like the shower gel was amazing. They added thyme, basil, a bunch of other stuff in there. Great ingredients. That's number 1. Number 2, that we stayed there for 3 days. Then we stayed at the water villa. That's the biggest thing for the Maldives. If you really want to experience the Maldives, get a water villa. Water villa is amazing. Everything about the water villa was beautiful. Ceiling showers in both the beach villa and the water villa was really great. Also the customer service. You really want to pick a place that is inclusive when you do the Maldives. The food was phenomenal. They had 6 different restaurants at the island. Beautiful, all amazing. Everything with great food. The spa was also very spectacular. More importantly, the customer service. They had a lot of activities, excursions to do. If you're going to the Maldives, I recommend a week or a week plus, just so you can have everything to do. You eventually start setting up your own schedule. Your circadian rhythm will eventually align with the Maldivian time, and it's beautiful already as it is. If you like snorkeling, there's things to do like that. If you like just swimming in general, there's things to do like that. It's a beautiful place, very scenic. Overall rated 5 out of 5, and I don't usually rate anything 5 out of 5. I'll rate it 5 out of 5, 4.9 out of 5. Highest 5 out of 5 I could give it. It's very rare for me to give something a perfect score, but that is the closest to a perfect score I could ever give it. So yeah, there you know.
Hello again. I just wanted to mention there are a few excursions that are available at the Atmosphere Kanifushi Maldives, some of which we did not do, but the ones that we did do, we did the sunset. Well, we were supposed to do the sunset fishing, but at the time we had it scheduled, we had some rain and the water looked a bit choppy, and I just opted not to even go through with that. So I'm not able to give you any feedback on that particular excursion because we did not go ahead and fulfill that. We did do the sunset cruise on a different day, and the water was also choppy on that day too, but the experience was not bad. It was a bit bumpy. I would have preferred it to be a little bit calmer water, calmer waters, but it was not bad. It was okay. We were able to have a time with it, and really Unti did his thing in keeping the humor and making sure that we were okay during the hour and roughly around an hour time frame that we were out at sea. There's also a photo shoot that we did with Hussam. Oh, an exceptional photographer, did his thing. I'm going to put some of the pictures in here. Oh, thanks again, Hussam. I mean, pictures are fabulous. They are absolutely fabulous. Very professional, friendly, cordial. I mean, what can I say? Just the staff is just amazing. And of course, I've mentioned Shai numerous times. Shai, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, because I just don't know. You are just an exceptional GRO. You really, really made our stay, with other instrumental people as well. There is a hostess. I really don't know her name, but she works at Sail and Bliss, and I saw her also at the Spice, and I did not get her name, so I do apologize for not knowing your name. But you were also very instrumental as well too at the Sail and Bliss. You also made sure that we were taken care of. We always tried to get a sample of the Sri Lankan food to really get a good flavor of all the things that were being prepared, and you were very helpful with that. You had you didn't mind. You took the time to explain different things to us as far as what things were. So thank you. And again, I'm sorry I don't know your name. There are a few people that I don't know their names that were also very helpful. So just, as again, I apologize. I did not get your name. We probably did not have a conversation long enough for me to inquire or ask your name, or I didn't see your name tag. I'm not sure. But just know that you are thought of. I may not have mentioned your name here, but you are very much so thought of. So wrapping this up, I mean, my experience at the Atmosphere Kanifushi Maldives Resort was absolutely fabulous. I mean, with everything that I've already mentioned, my children also have a little bit of a review within here as well. But with everything that I have mentioned, I mean, I came with an open mind. I mean, I'm from the islands, so, you see all of these things on TV, on social media. It's like, oh, well, we have that in the Virgin Islands. We have that in the Caribbean. What's the big deal about the Maldives? And as I mentioned in part of my other video, the water villa, that's really what gave me the Maldivian experience. That's really what put that nail, in the ground for me with the Maldivian, just the visit to Maldives and my whole celebration. That's really took it to a different level for me. So for me, that enhanced even my review, that enhanced my perception of the Maldives. And of course, as I mentioned already, the staff, the people, phenomenal, 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 phenomenal. I mean, I can't say enough, and I absolutely will be visiting again. I don't know when, but I will absolutely be visiting again at some point, and I will be recommending Atmosphere Kanifushi Maldives to my family, friends, and in my social media posts, and I'll obviously be doing this review and posting this review as well. But I absolutely wonderful, fabulous time. We were able to go to a majority of the restaurants. We did the Spice, we did Pier 6, we did Sail and Bliss, we did Just Veg. We also did a spa. We were able to squeeze the spa in, and the spa was also really fabulous. And sorry, I do not recall the names of our of the people that cared for us at the spa. I can't recall your names right now, so I do apologize. But we had a wonderful time. You know who you are. We felt refreshed. We felt soothed. We felt like, okay, we went to the spa. There are times you can go to the spa and you're like, oh, you didn't feel like you went to the spa. We absolutely felt like we went to the spa. So much so that we, our skin was glistening, and we felt, we took that breath of fresh air that, okay, we are relaxed. Okay, we did the spa. Okay, we are here, we are comfortable, and all is well. What else did we do? We did mostly walking on the island, just, you know, some tidbit information. As I mentioned, bikes and shuttles and so forth were available, but we did mostly walked. We did not do the biking at all, actually, because some of the attire that we brought on the trip was not too conducive for riding a bike, you know, for the females anyway. So we opted not to do the bike, but we walked all over the place. We did some shuttles. We did got lift from some of the staff that were riding around in the buggies. But we had an awesome time. Everything was wonderful. We had some days of rain, some days without rain. But even on the days that it was raining, there were still things for us to do. There were still things that we enjoyed. And even just being in the room was sufficient. So it was, you know, we didn't lack for anything. We did not miss anything at all. We had a wonderful time. I definitely would encourage you, if you've never been to the Maldives, I definitely encourage you to take a trip to the Maldives. And of course, I am going to tell you again, try out Atmosphere Kanifushi Maldives. One thing I have to mention, when we left the resort and we got back on the seaplane, got back to Valena International Airport in Malé, we got there and then, you know, we weren't really sure what to do next and so forth. And once our luggage came from the seaplane and our luggage was, you know, brought back to us, there was this one individual at that airport. His name is Nishan. And the moment we got there and we said, that's what hotel we came from, what resort we came from. We said Atmosphere Kanifushi Maldives, and he went and got our luggage and escorted us personally through what we call, I guess, to TSA, through check-in, through the whole thing, explained what happens next. I mean, he was awesome. He was absolutely fabulous. He took away that ambiguity for us, that confusion as to, okay, well, what do we do? Where do we go? He made sure that we were taken care of and completely escorted us as far as he could to the point of custom, where he could not obviously escort us there to custom. So Nishan, thumbs up for you as well. You definitely took your job seriously and made sure that we were well, that we felt good, we were comfortable, and that, you know, sort of kind of, I know that you're not a part of Atmosphere Kanifushi Maldives, but it sort of kind of helped with that flow and that transition of us leaving the resort and still having our needs being tended to and our needs being taken care of at the airport as we left to depart back to the U.S. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, before I wrap up my review, I have to absolutely give a round of applause, give a big thank you to the travel agency that I used, the travel agent that I used to book this trip. So I decided, as I mentioned, you know, several times throughout this video, that it's my milestone birthday year, significant one, and I wanted to do something big. And so I entrusted Marcia Knight at Travels by Marseayah to handle the details, to just get it done. I just told her the location where I wanted to go, and she took care of the rest. Marcia, Travels by Marseayah, you did the darn thing, as people would say. You took care of all the details. You got in touch. Matter of fact, you liaisoned with, I believe, Marigold at Zaldiva Travels in the Maldives to make sure that all the details were taken care of, all the information was correct, and all of the, you know, to make sure that we had a smooth transition, to make sure that there were no issues, to make sure that when we got there, there were no surprises, there was nothing that will impede us having an exceptional time at Maldives. So Marcia Knight, Travels by Marseayah, thank you, thank you, thank you. Shai, Guest Relations Officer at Atmosphere Kanifushi Maldives, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hussam, our photographer at Atmosphere Kanifushi Maldives, thank you, thank you, thank you. Akash at Atmosphere Kanifushi Maldives, our water villa attendant, thank you, thank you, thank you. Unti, our relation person, our guest relation person for our sunset cruise, thank you, thank you, thank you. That that individual at Sailing Bliss. Sorry, I don't know your name. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, there's so many people to thank for this. There's so many people that contributed even in a small portion. I just wanted to make sure that I thank everyone. And as again, if I didn't mention your name, I do apologize. It's probably because I did not actually get your name, but you know who you are. I just wanted to really thank you for all that you've done, all that you did, whatever contribution, big or small, that you've done to my milestone birthday celebration. Everything was well received, well appreciated, and just, love from us to you, because we had an exceptional time, and absolutely will be visiting again, and we'll be taking the opportunity to come back when we can. So thanks again to everyone. So overall, I give Atmosphere Kanifushi Maldives, I give you a 5-star. No doubt, no hang-ups, nothing that's impacting that result. As I mentioned in my earlier, my first part of my video, after my stay at the beach, Sunset Beach Villa, that it was around a 4. By the time the trip was concluded, there was nothing else to give it but a 5-star. Everything flowed well, everything was in its place, and the water villa was just the icing on the cake. And what took it really home was the opening of that restaurant at 5 a.m. to make sure that we had the proper send-off. I mean, what can I say about that? I mean, it overwhelmed me in a positive and a good way. So 5 stars to you, Atmosphere Kanifushi Maldives. 5-star, hands down, 5-star. So thanks again, everyone. Looking forward to seeing everyone sometime again in the near future, whenever we decide to take another trip over there to Maldives and visit Atmosphere Kanifushi Maldives. Again, this was Sparkles logging off. Thanks again, and just job well done, everyone. Job well done. Marcia Knight again, thanks for setting it up. Thanks for all the details and all the planning, and your liaison partner there at Zeldiva Travels. Thanks to you again as well. I believe Marigold is your name. Thanks to everyone that was involved. I had an exceptional milestone birthday celebration, and my celebration is continuing on as we speak. So thanks again, everyone, and see you again at my next review. Bye.